right, we're going to go to the Flood Control District. This calls to order the Flood Control District for Cochise County. Today is Tuesday, October 7th. We're meeting in the Supervisor's Hearing Room at Melody Lane in Bisbee. The order of deletion of any item on this agenda is subject to modification at the meeting, and any item listed is open for discussion and possible action. Please note that some attachments may be updated after the agenda is published, meaning presentation material displayed at the board may differ slightly from the attached versions. Members of the board may attend either in person or via remote conferencing. Members of the public may also attend via Microsoft Teams or the mobile app. The board may permit public comment during discussion of any item on this agenda to speak on an agenda item, complete and return the speaker request form to the clerk of the board prior to 9 a.m. on the day of the meeting. We begin with roll call. District 1.
Crosby is here.
District 2.
Gomez is here.
District 3, Antonori is here. All supervisors are present, with Mr. Crosby attending remotely. We have the same issue here. There are no demands for the flood control district. So we'll just go with agenda item number 1. Can I get a motion, please?
I move to approve the minutes of the Flood Control District meeting for September 16th, 2025 and September 30th, 2025.
Second, and I would like discussion.
Sure, discussion, Mr.
Yeah.
Crosby.
I believe Mr. Solis might be there, and so I was wondering if he could tell us what we're getting for our money on
On what? I missed that. What, if you could have Mr. Solis? Oh,
I'll speak for Supervisor Crosby. I think he was having questions for the Flood Control District on the demands minutes from September 30th related to J.E. Fuller hydrology. So he wanted to, even though these have already been approved, he wanted some information about what we paid for.
oh, okay. Is that relative to agenda item number 1, I assume? Because it's in the minutes?
Because it's in the minutes.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I want to make sure we're legal. Go ahead, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. So the charge for the ephemeral stream monitoring in the amount of $31,744.45. That was to collect the data from the field by the consultants. When you do data collection, you have these sensors that are recording real-time data, whether they're minute intervals or 2-hour intervals, 5-hour intervals. Since there is no equipment tied to it, the consultants have to come down and download that information so that way they can see what kind of monitoring there was, whether it's rain gauge, how much rainfall fell, soil moisture sensors, flow sensors as far as speed and heights of your water that came through during different storms. So that information is gathered by the consultants, and then they prepare an annual report for within that contract. As far as the soil moisture sensing, there was also a purchase of some equipment because some equipment was bad, so they had to replace some of that equipment. So all of that was the reason for that $31,000.
Okay, I was just wondering, Mr. Solis, I guess you can hear me again now.
Yep.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
What benefit do the taxpayers get from these two contracts? The ones that I mentioned were the $31,000 and the other one was the $14,000. Can you explain to us what benefit do the taxpayers get?
For the ephemeral stream monitoring, the benefit is it's actually collecting that data and giving that information to people, so that way we can see if this site is recharging like we want to. A big concern is that people we're running out of water, and so we need to get this water. These sensors do just that. They sense how much water fell on a certain property. It monitors how much is in the soil, if it's evaporating or if it's getting it down to the aquifer. So in that report, the information is to explain just that. If we got any water that got down to the aquifer, so that way, if this is a good monitoring system, then we need to do more recharge in this area. There's going to be some areas and stuff that once you get past down a certain layer, it's clay and it doesn't allow that water to get through. If it's not good, then we need to change and look for a better site.
So it's to basically provide data for decision-making related to future and current projects?
Yes, sir, that's
All right.
correct.
Okay, how about would you say the same thing about the $14,000 bill?
Yes, sir. A little bit different. So this was for hydrological analysis to determine the quantities of water that the consultant analyzed and prepared. The other thing too was also the subconsultant got information to analyze to see what areas in the Wilcox watershed area would be good for putting in these potential recharge areas. There were some areas they gave it a rating system from 1 to 4, 4 being the best, 1 being the not so good. So that is what that analysis is for, is to determine sites that can be used for potential recharge.
Okay, that concludes my my actual questions for Mr. Solis, and so you're off the hook unless somebody else wants to ask you a question, but I do have a rhetorical question which I do not expect Mr. Solis to answer. So that question is, and this is one that I think I asked Mr. Appel, how much will it cost to replenish the aquifer? And so
That is
unless,
the $1 million question.
okay, so
Yeah.
if,
Well, actually, it's
if we all
probably more than
agree
$1
that
million.
it's impossible to do,
Right.
then how much money are we going to spend trying to do what is impossible? That is my point there. So thank you, Mr. Chair. That concludes my questions at this time, and thank you, Mr. Solis.
Thank you. All right, so the motion before the board is to approve the minutes of the Flood Control District for September 16, 2025 and September 30, 2025. All those in favor say aye.
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 All right, motion passes 3-0. Agenda item 2, like I said, has been deleted. We will now go to agenda item number 3. Can I get a motion on agenda item number 3, please?
I move that we approve contract 26-05 ENG-01 with Rummel Construction, Inc. for the grant-funded construction of the Bella Vista Detention Basin in the amount of $5,518,855 plus a 5% construction contingency.
Second.
Oh, all right, so discussion. Do you need discussion? Any discussion, Ms. Gomez? We could bring Mr. Solis back up.
Mr. Solis, could you come back up?
Yep.
Just remind me, refresh what this is going to do.
Yes, so there was a design for the Coyote Wash to design a detention basin to slow the water down coming through Coyote Wash for flood control purposes. It also, with that detention basin, water is going to be leaving your main site and going into this detention basin, and then it'll slowly outlet back into the wash. That way, it can, again, too, that can also not only provide as a detention system and slow the water down as far as floodplain purposes, but it also can help as far as a recharge, because now that water that's in the detention basin is coming out at a super slow rate, and so that way, once the big wash has come and gone, this trickling effect is going to get back into the sand bottom channel, and then it just starts soaking down into the ground, because there's not going to be enough for that just to continue downstream.
And this is grant funded, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, any additional discussion?
No, sir.
Hearing none. All right, the motion before the board is to approve contract 2505 ENG-01 with Rummel Construction, the amount of $5,518,855. All those in favor say aye.
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 All right, motion passes 3-0. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for flood control. That meeting is adjourned. The next meeting will be the jail district meeting. So flood control is adjourned.